dream in life was always to be a wife and mom. That is what I've wanted since I was little, and I thought since the Bible was in support of women doing this with their lives, that my parents would want that for me. But Josh, I was wrong. They want me to go to college and get a 9-to-5 so I can contribute to whatever family I have one day. This is odd. My dad says to live in his house, I have to work a job he wants me to work or go to college for a degree he wants. But I'm also not allowed to move out of my house until the day I walk down the aisle. See, that's where it gets weird. I understand the dad being like, hey, look, you're not married yet.
Right.
I thought she was saying she was married. That she's not married yet. Like, we need to get a job or go to school. Because imagine if you don't find somebody, then you're going to have to get work. But then to say, hey, also, but you I have these rules, but you can't leave. That's just like kind of sadistic. Or he won't walk me down, as in there will be no relationship. So if she leaves home, he won't walk her down the aisle. Incredible. I want to follow his...
What incredible power to hold over someone's head.
He knows her. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah.
what's kind of scary. I want to follow his rules and make him happy. I am 18. I graduated high school at 16. Completed almost a year and a half of college that my dad wanted me to complete with a 4.0. Even though I didn't have a passion for what he's having me go for. You think it's like a doctor? And had a full-time job from the time I was 17. She's nailing it. What's going on?
I know.
Last week, I broke up with my boyfriend of 2 years because he wasn't treating me right. And I realized I was only seeing him as a way to get out of my home life. It feels like my life is going nowhere and that I have nothing. I'm really unhappy. I could use some advice. This stat is ruining her life in real time. That's the new thing people say, in real time.
Is that what they say?
Oh, all the time, Josh. In real time. We're watching it in real time. I actually like that trend. I like saying that.
I've heard people say, like, I caught you in 4K. Like,
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate will say, in real time. Like, he'll say that constantly. Oh, wow. And now you just hear everybody. You'll never unhear that now.
Is he really influential?
I hope not. I mean, I hear
people say, "Oh, people follow this Andrew Tate guy. This Andrew Tate guy." It's like, well, are they, or are you just talking about him a lot? But I don't.
That's
know.
what I mean.
I'm too old now. I don't know what's going on.
It's like we've talked about it. It's like, you can see some like, okay, maybe the pendulum needs to swing a little bit more in this direction, but it's like nuts, crazy nuts. Like, I don't want anything to do with the way he lives. I don't, Josh, she's done everything. I thought she was going to, honestly, I thought she was going to say, I don't do anything. I just am waiting for my husband.
Yeah.
And so my dad
She's got an education. She didn't even want to go to school.
She got a full-time job while going to school and getting a 4.0. She's dating this guy that the dad absolutely hates. I guarantee you. And so that's why she broke up with him. Because then the dad is planting into her mind. I can read this, man. The dad is planting into her mind, do you like him? You like this guy? Well, okay. Yeah, okay.
See if I walk down the aisle for this guy.
Yeah, so then she's like, wait, am I only dating him, this awesome guy, because my dad, because I'm trying to leave my dad, who's like the most spiritual man I know, but like at the same time, I'm unhappy. Maybe that's because I'm not following God. I gotta break up with my boyfriend now, so I can. That's the exact situation.
That's so true, dude. And you were right when you said that this guy knows her really well, and so he's holding this leverage of like, I'm not gonna walk you down the aisle, because he knows that that's what she wants to do. She wants to just get married and have a family.
Yeah.
And so the marriage is something that she idolizes to some degree. So he's like, well, we'll see if you get that wedding.
Yeah, this is a sadistic man. Josh, I would say this man is a narcissist. What would you say?
Probably so. Yeah.
She's 18. What does she do?
I don't think this guy wants you to get married. Like,
no, definitely not.
He wants to keep you under his roof.
To control you.
But he also doesn't want to provide for you. He wants you to get a job and make your own money.
This is a weird situation, but you're right. It's not the traditional controlling parent, but it's like worse.
He's going to tell you can't move out until you get married, but he's also not going to like any of your boyfriends. And he's going to tell you that until you have a spouse, you can't leave. You can't leave, and you need to get a real job. So anyways, I would sit down with a piece of paper and actually make a list of faults or flaws that this boyfriend of yours had. And if
that's a good one.
If you can trace all of them back to things your dad has said, look, and maybe we're misreading this. We're just going off what you wrote.
We're not. I can tell on this situation. We're reading this 100%.
I'm just saying, maybe this guy does have some good advice to share.
The dad?
Sure. I'm just saying. I don't want to say,
Satan has some good advice too, Josh. You know, you think Satan's all bad?
He knows the Bible too.
I just told Sarah that the other day. Satan's probably the hottest guy you know, and he's like really convincing. He's that roofer who's like trying to convince you they did everything right when your roof is still leaking.
Wow.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Man.
No, and then you actually walk away feeling bad for him.
There are a few groups that Jordan does not trust, and near the top of that list is the roofers of America.
There's a lot of nice roofers out there. Josh, I believe that with my whole heart.
You've just met all the bad ones.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying, maybe take a second look at. I mean, you were with this guy for 2 years. You seem like a nice person. I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe you were just dating him because you're looking for some sort of way to escape. And if that's true, sure. But
yeah, but I mean, she can't help it.
It just feels like manipulation to me.
It is.
Okay.
She can't help it. I mean, honestly, that actually is kind of a good reason to date somebody, in my humble opinion. Like, when it comes down to it, yeah, I'm in this weird abusive relationship with my dad, and I met some guy who's nice and likes me.
Right.
Okay, I like him too.
Right.
Like, how can you say that's not going to be a motivation to get married?
No, I can't. I'm.
It's nuts.
I'm just. I want to get out, so it's okay. It's fine. You want to get out.
It's okay. Maybe this guy can help you.
Yeah. Maybe you guys can work together to get out of this situation. Just based on what you wrote, that's what I would say.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I think we answered that pretty well. I think we're trying to give her a new perspective on her dad.
Yes.
He is the cause of this pain.